Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I am Comic Book Bob. Man, we are hamburgering that shit today.
Baby.
Sorry, dude. We are hamburgering this crap together today, man. This is all last minute. That was a hell of a week this week. But anyway, thanks for everybody that's showing up here. Maldacito
Is here.
As usual. And I'll tell you what, man. Hang on a minute. Let me finish the thing I was typing here before I realized I was like, oh, crap, I got to bring this back in. Put that there. And there we go. And for anybody that joins us today, there is the link if you want to come join us on the chat, because we got some stuff to talk about. But before we get to that, how was your week, man?
Relaxing a little bit, off the 4th of July. Didn't really see many fireworks at all. Was at the Indians game on Saturday night for fireworks. And then just relaxed on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, good for you.
The Bookster's here.
My brother.
He's my brother. He's my brother. A fellow Bentley, man. Those Bentley boys got to stay together.
Bentley. Boogie, get your ass in here, man, if you can. Dude, you know my week, dude. My week sucked. My week sucked ass.
Yeah, you worked your ass
I
off.
worked the whole freaking weekend. I worked 12 plus hours every day, and then I worked another 12 on Monday. So I felt like shit. Still feel like shit. But we're here, and we got some wrestling to talk about. But before we do that, we're going to get into our favorite segment, Good, Bad, and Late. But before that, just want to let you guys know.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Are the Indians still the Indians, or are they going to change the name? They're going to change the name.
They're going to change the name next year. This is the last year of the Indians.
It's going to be the Cleveland sports team. Some bullshit like that.
It's going to be the Cleveland. Hopefully not the Cleveland Spiders. I really don't want to see that.
Dude. It's, you know what they should have done? They should have done the same thing that the Seminoles did. They should have gone to one of the local tribes and say, "Hey, listen, we want to use the name. We obviously they're not going to be able to use the Indians' name, but something like
I don't understand what's wrong with the name Indians.
No,
I don't know what's wrong with the name.
Where we live in, man.
I don't know what's wrong with the name of Cleveland Tribe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could contact them. They could talk to them.
What's wrong with either one? What's wrong with either one of those?
I want to call it the Cleveland Tribe. And that wouldn't be considered derogatory. They could go to them and they can make the same kind of deal that they did with the Florida State Seminoles, or like they get a percentage of, I think I can't remember what the deal was with the Seminoles. I think it's like they get like 2% of what the school makes off the football program or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
It should say Cleveland across the front, and on the back it should say, "Sure, happy, it's the Spiders."
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I had to think, dude, I'm tired. I had to think about it for a second, but yes, I get it. The shit.
Cleveland shits.
Oh my God, dude. Shut up and give me your good, bad, and ugly. Oh my God, man.
Good.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And that's how I feel about them changing the name.
Okay.
GBU. Courtney's into his house.
Rasley said, "Welcome back, Courtney." Courtney jumped ship over to Justin's show, man. But thank you for being back here. We missed you.
Yeah, it's about time he came back, Courtney.
Yep. Come back to where you really belong. But okay, man.
Come to the dark side.
Yeah, we have cookies. All right. Give me your good bag, Letty, brother. Come on.
GBU. Good. Man, the NXT was actually pretty good this week. I was actually they set up Great American Bash, which is tonight. Great American Bash is tonight on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Set that up really well. Some good matches. And probably the best match of the night for me was the Bronson Reed Isaiah Swerve main event at the end of the night for the North American Championship.
It was good, man. But you know Bronson Reed's going to the main roster now.
Yeah,
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
So that's my good. My bad. Comic books and wrestling go pretty hand in hand, pretty together. So part of my bad is unfortunately the passing of Richard Donner yesterday.
Yep.
He was the director of the original Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, and should have made a couple Superman movies. They yanked him off of Superman 2 halfway through. So Richard Donner, rest in peace, man. You're great. But wrestling bad would be whatever they're doing with Elias and what's his name?
that says it all, dude. What's his name? Elias and Jackson Riker.
Jackson Riker. That's
dude.
That's bad. And the Ugly.
Talk about a nothing feud, man.
Ugly is what we seem to talk about week in and week out. The Ugly was yesterday, Monday night Raw. You can pick anything from yesterday. It would be ugly. I'm just going to encompass Raw. So
Raw was a pile of monkey
good.
Shit.
NXT good. Elias and Jackson Riker bad, and Raw ugly.
Yeah, we'll be talking about a little bit.
You,
of Raw.
Mr. GBU.
Oh God! All right, so the good. I actually watched Ring of Honor this week. And it was actually really good, dude. Jay and Mark Briscoe had a cinematic match. It was called the Fight on the Farm, and it was probably next to the Boneyard match. It was the best cinematic match I've ever seen. It was awesome, dude. It was. I mean, I was thoroughly entertained. But what was it? Shoot, what was the other match that was on there? There was another one on there. I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, I didn't see ROH. I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to remember. It was a pretty big deal, man. But it was really good. Yeah, if you get a chance to, I mean, it's hard to find sometimes. Like it took me a minute to figure out how to even watch the thing. I kind of stole it. But it was really good, man. I'm like, it was just more proof that there's so much stuff out there. There's so much good stuff out there, man. It's like, yeah, go watch the damn thing. It was awesome. So that was my good. My bad, Boogie actually mentioned it a little bit here, which is a big rumor about Terry Funk. Terry Funk receiving residential care from multiple health issues. I knew he was having some health issues. I didn't realize he was in like residential care. So it was a little. That was like that kind of hit me a little hard, man. He's currently receiving residential care for multiple issues, including dementia. Like Boogie said, some people are saying that he doesn't have dementia, but some people are saying that he is. And the official thing coming from his family is that some of his health issues are affecting his mind. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like he may have dementia. And considering what he put himself through, man, my God, like he beat himself to death. You know, the number of concussions that dude has probably had in his life are, forget it, man. I mean, my God. That's my bad. And the ugly, unfortunately, let me pull this up here. This is another, like, damn it, man, really. But let me share my screen. Let me share my window.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Jimmy Uso got his third DUI in 2 years. And I'm just like, come on, man. like of all the times now when you're getting the biggest push of your life, it's like, what the hell, bro? Seriously, it's I'm disappointed, and I hope the guy gets. I hope he gets help. I hope he gets in there. Yeah, JR died at WWE Dynamite. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, it's a gaffe, but it's like, I mean, the guy is a million years old, you know, and he worked for WWE for how many decades? I mean, come on. I mean, I get it. It's a gaffe, but unfortunately, it's the truth. But yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get fired. Courtney.
I don't think he's gonna get fired either. He's gonna get reamed, dude. He is gonna get tore a new one. Good, the AW, thank you, Vid. The bad JR sign off, the ugly Terry Funk. Yeah, the Terry Funk stuff really bothered me, man. I like, and probably the biggest issue with that is the disinformation, because like Boogie said, some people were like, you know, oh, it's definitely Dimension and everything, and then some people were like, no, it's not, and it's just sad to see, but it's, you know, it's the way it goes sometimes, I guess. But Jimmy, I really hope that he does get some help this time, man, because this is like I said, this is the third time. This is the biggest push of his life, biggest push of his brother's life too, because this is going to affect him. But he blew, I guess they said that he blew a 2.05 when the state limit is 0.08. It's like he was friggin' ripped. But that's my good, my bad, and the ugly. Some guys in the let's see what's saying in the chat. They said they need to leave Terry alone. Yeah, I mean, I hope that people are respectful about it. You know how it is on the internet. People talk a bunch of crap. I don't think he's going to get fired. I think he's definitely going to get fined. They're gonna kick him in the nuts.
Yep. And that, you know, there was rumor that they were gonna put him and his brother with the tag titles.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen now. At least not right now. And they may keep him off the television for a little bit.
You love JR and Excalibur's the future. What do you think about Chris Jericho on commentary, Boogie?
Dude, Jericho is like a mixed bag for me. For me, honestly, dude, really, he is. Like he's really fun and he's really awesome. Like this was probably the best he's done in a while. When he was like heel Chris Jericho, he was just kind of being like kind of a little manic and everything like that. It got grating after a while, and it was like, okay, dude, you can dial it back to a 5 now. It's like, but this last Dynamite, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, but yeah, but I think Boogie's right. I think Excalibur is the future, dude. Yeah, I really do. But yeah, eat some food. Oh my god, dude, to blow a 0.205, dude. Like he had to be friggin' ripped. That's more than double. That's almost 3 times the friggin' legal limit.
Well,
that's nuts. Yeah, he's fun in small doses. Like if he was calling like 1 or 2 matches, I think Jericho would be awesome. I need to order his book, but that was my good, my bad, my ugly. All right, dude, where do you want to start? Let's start with. You know what? I found my Ring of Honor notes. Let's talk about. Let me talk about Ring of Honor real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I watched Ring of Honor, and like I said, I actually really liked the show. The other big match of the night was Jonathan Gresham versus Fred Yehi for the Pure title. They had a really fun match, and I'm hoping I really like Fred Yehi, and I think I'm butchering his name. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, but the way that they wrestled this match, you could tell that they're kind of building this up for them to revisit this later at a later date, because they kind of left it a little unsettled. But yeah, it was good. But the fight on the farm, that was the other big That was the other big match, man. And again, it was a cinematic match. And I know that people either love them or they hate them. But this was one of the ones, and I'm one of those people. Like I don't really like cinematic matches. They've been 50-50 with me. This is one of the ones that I'll put into like the good 50%. This is probably this, like I said, it was probably the second best cinematic match next to the Boneyard match, because they beat the shit out of each other, dude. I think at some points they're probably like, is this really supposed to be fake? Because I could just punch him. Because and I mean, I can't remember what Briscoe brother is, because he's already missing his 2 front teeth.
Nice.
The other match, the other match on the card was Matt Taven versus Vincent. That was the other cinematic match that they were showing preview little bits and pieces of. But yeah, then the coolest thing was their dad was there. Like, he's like, all right, he's like, are you done? Are you through? Are you done? And they're both laying there like, yeah, we're done. So yeah, it's just, if you get a chance, look it up and see if you can watch it, because it was a lot of fun. The one without the teeth is the one that's married to Red Velvet. Are you serious? Because I knew she was married to one of the Briscoe brothers. That dude, I mean, I really like the Briscoe brothers, man, as a tag team. Really, really like them as a tag team, man. I want to see. I don't know if there's because there was a little bit of back and forth between MLW and New Japan when Strong first came out, and I know Tom Lawler was actually the MLW champion for a while. I want to see these guys wrestle the Bucks, and I want to see them wrestle the Bucks. I want to see them wrestle FTR. I want to see them wrestle the Lucha Brothers. I want to see them wrestle. I want to see these guys. I want a real freaking World Tag League, man. I want all these guys there. Give me the best. Damn it. But all right.
Time to move on.
Yep. What do you want, man? Where are you going?
Start with NXT.
All right.
And first match was a triple threat tag team match with Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi and Ember Moon, and your girl Io Shirai and Stark.
And Zoe Stark. This was a really good match.
Yeah.
Dude, that friggin', I'll tell you what, I've been kind of 50-50 with Zoe Starks. I think she's got potential, but I think she needs a lot. She needs more development. But I'm going to tell you what, friggin' Ember Moon really looked like the Ember Moon of old in this match, dude. That friggin' forearm that she dropped into friggin' that forearm she hit, it was Raquel Gonzalez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She came up off, she comes up off that, and she just, that was a stiff friggin' elbow, man. She laid that sucker like with some snap right into her chest. I was like, wow, dude, that was pretty awesome. But yeah, it wasn't the best match that I've ever seen from the women's division, but for a three-way tag, this was actually really good.
Yeah, it was. And for Gonzalez to take that moonsault from
Shirai. Yeah, there was
Dakota and taking that moonsault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was some good stuff in that match.
Now, can they beat Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell? Maybe not. But you never know, because NXT doesn't keep the title on the women, the tag titles on the women that long, so it's possible.
You know what though? I would say that the women, the NXT women's tag titles are far more relevant than the main roster tag titles. I mean, by a mile.
Well, you got much better teams over there. They actually care about the tag titles in NXT.
They actually care about the women's division, man. The main roster women's division has been terrible.
And like we've said it before, they don't have anybody. They got rid of everybody. It's wash, rinse, repeat. Right now, it's Bailey and Bianca, and it's Charlotte and
Rhea. That has gone off the friggin' cliff, dude. It's
wash, rinse, repeat.
The booking for that has just been terrible. It's making both of them just look bad. But anyway, continue.
Johnny Gargano attacked Karrion Kross, your NXT champion.
Yeah.
on his way to the ringside, and even Austin Theory got in there and helped assault him.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. I mean, as far as I'm just not sold on Cross, man. I'm just not. I'm actually glad he's going to the main roster.
Yeah. If you don't know, him and Scarlett and a couple other ones have been wrestling dark matches up on the main roster the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So it's a possibility he loses that title soon and moves up to the main roster. Probably not till August when they do the draft, because right now it's looking at August 30th, and then whatever the first.
Well, they got to get the belt. They got to get the belt off of him.
Oh yeah, but they have almost a month and a half to worry about that. But August 30th, which would be Monday Night Raw, and then SmackDown on the 3rd would be the second night of the draft. It's possible they get called up then. Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen when they do the draft. But and there was so it was Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Bronson Reed,
yeah,
and then there was another person, Taya Valkyrie. I think she was. Was it Taya?
Was it her?
It was her, or was it Tegan Knox?
No, it wasn't Tegan.
No, it wasn't Tegan. Who is it that they think's coming? Who is it that everyone thinks that countdown thing is coming back soon?
Who knows? I don't know.
But I think she had a dark. No, Tegan. Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox had a dark match.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just looked it up. Yeah, I liked Karrion Kross back better in AAA too, because. But even there, dude, here's the thing. He looks awesome. He, when he's with Scarlett, they make a great promotional. They have a great promotional look. He's just not that great in the ring, But yeah, I mean, he's the kind of guy that can thrive on the main roster. But yeah, I mean, like I said, August I think is the cut date. I think that's when. Actually, I think a lot of NXT's women's division is going up too. I think they have to, man. They've got to. They got to put some. They got to get some friggin' people on their friggin' shows. They've cut their roster, especially SmackDown. SmackDown has 5 people, 5 women. That's it. and it's like they have to bring some people up. They have to. They don't have anybody else unless they're going to keep having the same 3 matches every freaking week, which is what they've been doing. Yeah. Almost dropped an F-bomb there, man.
Don't do it.
God.
Don't do it.
Oh.
Next up was Roderick Strong with the Diamond Mine versus Asher Hall, which is probably the worst match of the night.
It wasn't a terrible match. It
wasn't a terrible match, but Asher's just not ready. I mean, he's new kid. I mean, Roderick Strong just beat him down because they're working on putting the Diamond Mine over and making the new faction in NXT, and
Well, and the thing is I mean, Roderick Strong needs to. This is the time when they need to try and establish him as being a leader. You know what I mean? This is when they need to establish him as being more than just a guy that was part of the Undisputed Era.
Right.
So it's like he was a follower in that. He's a good in-ring guy, but now he needs to be the guy that carries them on the promo. He needs to be the guy that carries them on the mic. You know what I mean? He needs to step into the Adam Cole role.
Yep.
And so far he hasn't really done that. So we'll see what happens going forward.
But they've only been around
a couple weeks, so. Like 2 weeks now. But they only show 1 or 2. Yeah, they only show 1 or 2 women's matches, so you're good with a small roster. Oh yeah, dude, but no, you're not. You got to have more than that and one of the things that everybody is complaining about is the fact that all these damn matches are repetitive. Dude, we are getting the last 3 or 4 weeks. We have had the same matches every single show, the same matches. And guess what? The matches they announced for next week, is exactly the same. It's the same freaking matches again. You got to have some variety, man.
Yeah, you get tired of seeing Bianca and Bailey every week.
Their feud makes no sense. They've already had the big match. They had the Hell in a Cell match. That's it. You're done. Where do you go from there?
It's like you've already had Edge versus Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, and he beat the crap out of them. So now you're going to have Edge versus Roman Reigns again?
I guess, man. I mean,
so Edge can get beat down again because they're not taking the title off Reigns.
It's just like the stuff with Rollins on. He's like, I should be in this match. I'm the guy that's been here. Same matches. Have we been talking WWE? Yeah, we've been talking WWE. Anyway, I'll stop hijacking it, man. I'm so tired.
We're talking NXT, man.
We're talking NXT. So
Cameron Grimes versus Ari Sterling.
This is a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was. Then the $1 Million Champion came out, Mr. LA Knight, and set up a match for today, right? Today for Great American Bash.
Yeah,
if Grimes loses, he has to become the next Virgil for LA Knight.
Yeah, he's going to lose, right?
Is what it boils down to. He's the new Virgil.
Yeah, he's going to lose, right? I don't want him to. I hate this, but I don't. I like this feud. I don't like the idea of him being. This is almost as bad as when Chuck was Miro's butler.
Yeah.
This is worse than that. I don't want to see that. I want to see these two have a legit feud. This Butler stuff, kiss my ass. But next,
Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole had a little face off in the ring, and Kyle locked in his submission on
the heel
Cole,
hook.
and Samoa Joe was standing there, and Mr. Enforcer standing there. Then eventually he allowed security to come down and break it up.
Here's the thing. I get it, but if Joe's going to be the enforcer, if he's going to be that guy that enforces the rules, as soon as he threw that move on him, as soon as he threw the heel hook on him, Joe should have been pulling him off. Because either you're going to be, and it's a character thing. I get it. It's a character thing. But if he's going to be that guy going forward, that's eventually going to transition into the role that Regal's in, because that's what it seems like they're doing. If that's the idea, then he needs to be impartial. So when that happens, it's like you either enforce it or you don't. I get the storyline idea that Joe's like, I want him to hurt you, but it doesn't fit the role that he's supposedly supposed to be playing. And let me make this very clear. I am nitpicking here. So it was a good segment overall.
Yeah.
And then oh my God.
Then we get to mixed tag match, Jack Atlas and Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li and Boa. And
this was just sloppy, dude.
It was sloppy across the board. And this match ended early when Xia Li kicked Mercedes in the head, and Mercedes just went down.
She caved her skull in.
Face first. Boom. Hit the ring. And the referee had to help roll her out of the ring. She was like, boom.
She was out, dude. She was out.
Kick, roundhouse kick to the head, the left side of the head, and she was.
Dude, I like I told you, I had to go back and rewatch it before the show started. That kick was like, oh my God, like the whole match was sloppy. Yeah. Like I don't know what happened. Like Xia Li is usually pretty. She's usually pretty decent as far as like her timing and everything. Her timing was terrible in this match. It was there, and Martinez wasn't much better.
No.
So this. You know what this was? This was two people who aren't used to wrestling each other, who have no experience with each other, and are on that level where they can have a good match, but they need the other person to be the lead. But neither one of them is capable of being that lead. But that kick, like she legit caught her with that kick. And I was like, yeah, you need to have a talk with her, man.
Yeah, if you have it, you out there watching us, if you can bring it up and see that kick, you'll know what we're talking about. And like I said, she went down hard. But hopefully she's all right. But if she's not concussed, I'll be surprised.
I'm pretty sure she is, dude. She, like I said, she got caught. What did you think about the last match? Oh, was it Ciampa and Thatcher?
He had to face off with Ciampa and Thatcher and MSK. Setting up a match with them.
I think this need to be built more, because I get the feeling they're taking the belts off of MSK.
Yeah, MSK. I can see MSK getting called up because they brought him in. They brought him in to elevate them to the main roster. They didn't bring him in to keep him in NXT.
No, and the thing is I don't want him to go to NXT. I mean, I don't want him to go to the main roster. But I think they are going. I think they're going to be one of the call ups in August. And I think they're going to take the tag belts off of them tonight. But this is going to be a good match.
Yeah. And then the last match of the night was the North American Championship. Bronson Reed, the champion, versus Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And,
good match. And Hit Row.
We have a new North American champion.
I really wish. Here's what I would have done. You really want to put Bronson Reed over on the main roster. Let him keep the North American title. Let him go to the main roster. He's still the North American champion. Okay. Have him lose it at a pay-per-view and bring it back to NXT. But put him over, like have him walk in as like, oh my God, it's the NXT North American champion, Bronson Reed. That's what I would do. Because he's only had the belt for what? Like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah. But the thing I don't like about the match is just let the guys have a match. You don't need the outside interference.
Yeah. But then again, it's that's what Hit Row's doing, man.
I know, but it takes away from the talent that Swerve has.
I didn't mind it here because this kind of thing, NXT doesn't do a lot of title changes off of interference. Okay. So this one time I didn't really have a problem. I get what you're saying. It's one of my biggest complaints about New Japan is that constant interference. But at the same time, if it fits the story, it fits the story. And that's been Hit Row's thing from day one is they constantly cheat. It's like Eddie said, I lie, I cheat, I steal. So it is what it is.
Like Jesse said, Jesse the Body said one time, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Yep. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it in this, but I understand what you're saying. But no, it was like NXT. NXT was probably, as far as we say this a lot, NXT was the better wrestling show. AEW was the better show. So even though AEW had hands down best match of the week.
Let's go to AEW.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
Start off with Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo versus the Fu Manchu Mustache.
Okay, we gotta talk about this whole thing with mustaches and the friggin' Elite, dude.
Oh,
what
Jesus.
The hell is going on? What started this? Is it because they're evil now that they're going to like the Star Trek thing where everybody's evil has a friggin' beard or a mustache? Oh my God. Even Nakazawa,
Are they gonna get that little curly mustache, a little curly, they go like this?
even Nakazawa has a mustache now, dude. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. This match was so good. I mean,
We're gonna see one of them vaudevillian mustaches. Can't remember which one of those guys had that.
And I agree, dude. They are 100% one of, if not the most entertaining act in wrestling right now, dude. Sorry, Mel, dude. I suck with names, man. So I just
El Zero Miedo.
Yeah. I suck with names, but dude, this wasn't the best match they've ever wrestled, but it was one of the most fun matches I've ever seen. That thing at the end, dude, when freaking Cutler just leaned into the cheese, dude.
Oh,
he was like, like he couldn't stop.
He couldn't stop spraying. He just like kept holding those there, like is your arms? Are your arms frozen?
God,
are your hands frozen spraying those?
That was pure pantomime. It was so funny. Oh my God. I like to died laughing when I was watching that, man. But it was a good match. I mean, it wasn't the best match because look, I love Eddie Kingston, man. On the mic, the guy is a freaking legend. He's mediocre in the ring, but he's serviceable. But then you put him in there with someone like Penta, dude. Penta can pick up the heavy lifting. Yeah. And he did. It was like there was some great stuff in this match. This was a really good match, man. Yeah,
I really thought when the crowd was going off that was a 3 count earlier in the match.
Dude, I think that was 100% an accident, and it was like, oh, we barely got out of there with the skin of our teeth. But
I don't think he kicked out. I really don't think.
Someone actually did a thing. Someone actually put a video on it where they mentioned, and he does. He kicks out right as his hand is landing, so it's almost happening at the exact same time. But it was like, but again, here's the thing. When Nick Jackson went like, oh my god, like he's praying to God and everything. Like, again, that's taking something that wasn't supposed to happen and using it in the match. It was awesome. Dude, yeah, they're embracing. Yes, exactly. They're embracing the ridiculous over flamboyancy of this whole thing, and they're making it fun, dude. It's another reinvention of the Bucks.
Yep.
But yeah, that's and the match that they set up for what is it? Road Rage? Is it Road Rage where they get the tag title match?
I think so.
Actually, I don't think so. Because I'm looking at it right now, and I don't see the tag match. I think the tag match is set up for Dynamite tomorrow. Is it for Dynamite next week? Actually, it's next week.
Is it?
Yeah, it is next week. But no, dude, that opening match was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And was next. Dude, what did you think about the Ethan Page promo?
Page, yeah, cut a little promo with Schiavone.
Friggin' Jericho called him that through the whole friggin' show. Again, Jericho's that guy. It's funny the first time, and as the show went on, we're like, okay, now dude, you're beating it into the ground. But he's so fun. I want to see him learn how to call like a show properly. Like, let him do it for a couple of months and then to really figure out, like, how to keep it at a tone. I think he'd be really great on commentary. But Malicito, I want to see it. I want to see a Bucks and Don painting like Kenny and Don. Just have one with all 4 of them. Oh my God, that thing was the gayest thing in the universe, dude. But
yeah, the promo was pretty good.
Promo was good. I think Ethan Page, when he first showed up, he was a little shaky because it was new company. What he was doing in Impact, he didn't want to quite do the same thing. So he needed to kind of find his pace. I think he's really starting to find it now.
And
Dude,
Boy versus Jack Evans.
Am I the only person that doesn't like that song? I get why they got it for him. The whole thing for I sound like a friggin' dying whale just now. the whole thing with him being Jungle Boy thing. But we've said that for him to really elevate himself, he needs to break away from the Jungle Boy persona. And I agree, dude. And I think that's kind of what they're going to start doing. I think they're still going to be kind of like a team, but I think they're going to start pushing them more into single stuff. And I really hope that's true because I think that's where they both truly shine. Yeah. I came out of Cena said, "Yes, you are, Ethan." I just don't, dude. I didn't like that song when it came out back in the 80s. I don't like it now. And like I said, I almost feel like he's gonna like Jack Perry's gonna feel obligated to stay in that character for a long time. And I don't think you're gonna. I mean, do you really see them putting the title on a guy named Jungle Boy? Do you really see them putting the world title on a guy named Jungle Boy?
You see it. WCW putting a title on David Arquette. Anything's possible.
Oh, dude, if it gets to that point, the AEW is dead. AEW will be truly dead if that ever happened.
But Jungle Boy got the win over
Jack Evans.
And
an okay match.
Jungle Boy is the first performer in AEW to reach 50 wins.
50 wins. Yep. I wonder, they've got to be including his tag wins too.
I guess. I mean,
I don't think he was on television every week. But then again, I mean, dude, he does Dynamite and Dark, so maybe, I don't know.
Possible.
But
then Hardy and his battalion came out.
Yeah.
Interfere, and then Jurassic Express and Christian Cage came out for a beatdown.
Yep.
And we forgot the Elite Hunter, Mr. Frankie Kazarian, in the first match.
Yeah. I mean, it's it wasn't a big deal. It was like the same thing that happened last week.
Yep.
But I thought they said singles wins. It may be, dude. Like I said, he's one of the only people I know that did matches on Dark and on Dynamite, so it's very possible. Dude, the men of the year they are so quickly becoming one of the most fun things to watch on that friggin' show, dude. Was it last week or the week before with what's his name? The librarian, Peter Avalon, Pretty Peter Avalon, when he had Caesar Bononi in his arms, he was like, no, after Hangman killed him. It was like, dude, it was freaking hilarious, man. He's like, no, he's just cradling like he's Mary cradling Jesus, and he's like, no. Oh my dude, the men of the year are fast becoming one of the most fun things to watch.
Yeah, the next was Andrade El Idolo coming out and challenging Matt Sydal to a match.
Yeah,
for Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yep, nothing but love for Pretty Peter Avalon. Yeah, dude, I'm really loving that freaking role, that character, man. How do you feel about the way that they've handled that Andrade since coming there?
Almost like an afterthought. Just trying to squeeze him in wherever they make room for him.
I feel like putting him with I know why they put him with Vicky Guerrero. He needs a mouthpiece because he's still not very good at English. Maybe it's her. Maybe it's her character needs to change. Because like we were talking about before, that excuse me. That whole thing is played out. I don't want to hear that anymore. Yeah, dude. Yeah, yes, that's what I said. Yes, put Andrade with Conan. Yeah, exactly. Vicky is killing his character. And listen, nothing but love for Vicky Guerrero, dude. Okay, nothing but love for the woman. But this, like I said, this character is played out. I don't like this persona. Like we were talking, she should make a persona change and be more like the board, I came up with a new character called Boardroom Vicky. Let her be the cold, calculating businesswoman. Okay, let her be that. Get rid of this cougar thing. Get rid of this. Excuse me. Enough of that crap. Let her be the speaker for him. If they're going to keep her with him, let her be the speaker for him. But if they're not going to do that, they need to split those two up and put him with Conan. Conan with Andrade would be freaking gold. Oh my God. It would be absolutely fantastic.
And then he could be Max Moon version 2. Next you had, and then after that, Schiavone came out with Kenny Omega, and Omega talking about how it just needs to go off and defend his other championships because there's no challengers left in AEW. And all the Dark Order came out.
Yeah.
And, rightfully so, Evil Uno's out there chit-chatting, and Omega's like, you guys don't have enough wins or any wins to challenge him for the title, and then they started talking it and say his name, but they're alluding to Hangman versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I think they're starting up the storyline between Hangman and the Elite again. They've been the last 6 or 7 months, they've been kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for COVID to go away, which I do feel like that has hurt that storyline a little bit. I mean, they're so good that once they get this thing rolling again, it'll be good again. But
yeah, probably not till All Out in August.
They're gonna start laying the seeds now.
They are, but you're not gonna have that till a pay-per-view.
No, that's 100% gonna be a pay-per-view thing.
The big pay-per-view in August.
Yeah, what I would, man, like, okay,
it's in Chicago.
So here's Rob Jock rocking this in his head. What I would like is for them to be like, well, nobody, there's nobody for you, and then at like the next pay-per-view, because their next pay-per-view is it in August?
Yeah, all the way out.
Okay,
or All Out.
Yeah, if it's not going to be, it's probably going to be Hangman. But for me, I would be like, have Kenny have a match against somebody, even if maybe it's Hangman, and he wins, and he's like, I told you there's nobody, and then Ibushi's music hits, and I would freaking jizz myself if that happened. Not to be gross or anything, but I want to see Kenny versus Ibushi. And I want to see Ibushi kick out of the One Wing Angel. It has to be Ibushi. But more than likely, it's going to be Hangman. And to be honest, I'm not upset about that. I like Hangman. It's like I said, the storyline that they've been laying is great. But me being the New Japan goober, that I want to see Kenny versus Ibushi. What they could do is they could have Kenny versus Hangman, and Hangman wins, but he doesn't kick out of the One Wing Angel. They could do like a Moxley thing. When Kenny hit Moxley with it, he put his foot on the rope. So he didn't kick out of it. But you know what I mean? So, but you're probably right. It's I think they're building this up. I think we're finally going to get that match, that payoff we've been waiting for forever. But I wonder where they're going to go forward from that.
And that AEW All Out is September 5th in Chicago. They advertise it on the next AEW that 3 days, 3 nights in a row. They're going to be having AEW events in Chicago. I believe it's 3 nights in a row.
Ooh, triple threat. There you go.
With the All Out being day 3. And tickets go on sale this Friday.
Dude, yeah, how much are tickets for that?
I don't know. They got to check. They go on sale this Friday.
Chicago's not that far from here, dude.
Chicago's only 6 hours away. I've been to Chicago many times.
And you got family there. We could sleep on the floor.
I do have family there. So I've been there many times.
Want to go out?
Tell Boogie to come up from
come up from Georgia.
Come up from
Georgia.
So he ain't that far down.
You want to go to All Out?
He ain't in Georgia. He's in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
He's a volunteer.
Yeah. Yep.
Talking balls.
Johnny Cage. Vince loves good shit, dude. Oh my god. God damn it, you had to bring that up. Let's finish with AEW.
Yeah, because we had Brian Pillman versus Miro,
which was a pretty good match.
It wasn't too bad.
Look, Brian Pillman is never going to be his dad.
No.
Honestly, I think he would be better served to not try to be his, because he's trying to be his dad when in his prime. I would try to be his dad towards his later part of his career when he was less of a high flyer, more of a brawler. I would try to combine the two there, because he doesn't quite have what his dad had when he was trying to be a high flyer. But it was a pretty good match.
Yeah. Yeah, Miro got the accolade on and rolled him over, and arm dropped and match was over.
Women's match was
match
was terrible.
Yeah. Then you had Hangman come with a Dark Order in the back, complaining about them calling him out for the match, and I'll support him and say, hey, come on, Hangman, come on.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
Yeah, but
Britt Baker and
God, no, the women's match was. I don't even really want to talk about the women's match. It was bad.
All you gotta say is somebody else got hurt. Another female wrestler on another show got hurt.
Yep.
Rebel, who has no reason to be wrestling, and Vicky, who has
even less reason to be in the ring.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, Malasito, like the reason why I brought up Conan is because of how prevalent he's been in the last couple of weeks. I would like to see Abraham. What's his name? His full name? Abrahantis.
Who?
The guy who's translating for Penta.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I could even see them becoming a faction. Him hooking up with the Death Triangle, even though that breaks the whole triangle thing. But yeah, next match, the women's match was awful, dude. I mean,
we'll pass and go to the main event.
Main event was so good, dude.
Sammy versus MJF.
They beat the shit out of each other. It was a really good match.
They did.
What do you think about? This was the first time seeing MJF in a match where I legitimately thought that they might actually have him lose.
Yeah.
I was like, man, how big of, because here's the thing. This is the last show at Daly's Place. Right?
Yeah, for now, yeah. They said they'll be back.
Right. But this is the last of the COVID shows.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he's acting as a translator already, dude. That's why I was thinking about it. I mean, they could bring in a lot of people. I thought they were going to bring in Zelina Vega, which until she went back to WWE and lost 5 minutes to whatever, man. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just
come on, MJF.
Yeah, MJF and Sammy. MJF and Sammy was great. It was a great, dude. They beat the hell out of each other. They got color. Who's going to be the guy that pins MJF? Is it going to be Jericho? Or is it going to be Cody?
Good
Jericho
question.
or Cody, man? What do you think?
I think like one of the last matches, if it's one of the last matches Jericho has, or if it's the last match, those two, then it should be Jericho.
Because they both have a lot of history with MJF. I would kind of like to see. I would like to see it be Jericho, because I think that they've got more history.
It is time's about done, Jericho. I mean, and I would love to see him final match, him beating MJF.
Finally being the guy that puts MJF down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be something like that. MJF needs to be. Does he really though, man? At this point, he's already beaten Jericho twice. He beat him at their version of War Games, at the Blood and Guts match. He beat him. You only lose on the way out. But here's the thing. What if it's like Frank said, Jericho's retirement match? if it's Jericho's retirement match, he has to go over, dude. It's the culmination of his legacy. And MJF is at the point now where I think he can lose a match.
And don't be WWE and have the retirement match be your last match, your retirement match. You get the L, you get the loss.
Well, Bookie's right though. That happens a lot.
It does.
Johnny said he needs it more than Chris, and that's true. I can see both sides of it, because usually when like Boogie said, when someone's on the way out, almost every company, it's the old guard that surrenders to the new guard. So I'm about to fire up my damn laptop. Well, then get in here, dude. Threaten me?
Yeah, come on.
No, I agree with you, but the fan of me wants Jericho to go out, like Shane, man. I want to see him ride off into the sunset. And if you're going to do that, then maybe have him have a match against somebody else that's like, another nemesis or something like that. Another old guard guy or something like that. But Max has to lose at some point. MJF's got to lose at some point. So who does he lose to? Crickets. Who do you have him lose to?
Maybe he does something. He finally pushes Wardlow over the edge, and Wardlow challenges him and takes him out.
Oh no, we're not saying we're not saying that he's done right now. I'm saying that at some point, now that's a good, like, right there. If I was booking it today, that would be the one. Yeah, Jungle Man, and that should be the match where Jungle Boy becomes
Jungle Man. He's
Jack
already
Perry.
become Jungle Man. He's already become Jungle Man. He became Jungle Man last week.
Yeah, didn't you see him with his woman?
Anna Jay,
yeah. I was like, damn, dude. And he was checking the cheek too. But that should be the match where he stops being Jungle Boy and becomes Jack Perry. Which, we know this. Obviously this isn't going to happen long down the line here, man. Like Jericho has said, he has no intentions of retiring anytime soon. And as long as he can still go, look at Minoru Suzuki. The guy's 52 years old. Look at Yuji Nagata. Nagata's 55.
Come on, Jungle Man was just making sure it wasn't a Kardashian, but
oh my god. But no, it's one of those questions. It's like, who's it going to be? Johnny apparently doesn't like the inner circle. He's like, can we drop the whole inner circle thing? Do you think they should have broken them up?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Anna Jay was singing the chorus to his theme song. Yeah, she was, dude. Lucky man, dude. Lucky man. But no, Dynamite was good. You think the MJF knee injury is a work? Hopefully it is.
I hope so.
I haven't seen anything. I've been,
I haven't heard or seen anything.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Yeah, I agree, Boogie. I don't think them splitting up the inner circle was ever going to happen.
Let's quickly run through this. SmackDown.
Oh God.
Edge addresses Roman Reigns. Like, who cares? Like I said before, Edge and Daniel Bryan lost to him cleanly. Like, he dominated WrestleMania.
Dude.
So why do you need to have Edge in a match against Roman Reigns?
I said it like I said, dude, when Seth Rollins said that he should be getting this title shot against Roman, he's right. He should be. Edge has been gone he's been gone since WrestleMania. And he got his WrestleMania. And yes, Daniel Bryan was in the match, but he got his WrestleMania shot. It should be, Seth should have his match against Edge. And I think what's going to end up happening is Seth is going to interfere in the match between Edge and Roman, and then we're going to get a program between Edge and Seth.
Yep.
And who knows who's going to be going up against friggin' Roman. It could be friggin', I don't know. Could be the ghost of Bruno Sammartino at this point.
Karrion Kross.
All right, so I have a question. Yeah, that's a very good possibility, dude. Karrion Kross could be like very, and they're going to put him immediately into some kind of a title scene. All right, Shinsuke Nakamura and Big E versus Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Baron Corbin is the face in this whole stupid thing with him and Shinsuke Nakamura. This whole storyline that they've had with him and Shinsuke Nakamura, and they're having another. And by the way, they're having another match. Will be officially the 5th time in this whole stupid thing that they have had 5 weeks in a row, guys. 5 weeks in a row, the same goddamn match. I'm so sick of this.
They trademarked Happy Corbin.
Yeah, I know, which is stupid.
So they got to transition them to a face, I guess.
They have been, and I never thought I would say this, but I feel bad for Baron Corbin. I'm so done with this crap. I don't want to talk about it.
Bianca
Belair challenged Bailey, and
just move on.
Yeah,
it's the same.
It's the same crap again. The same thing that's been going. Same championship opportunity. Yeah, don't call it the strap either. Even though, did you hear? Did you hear? Paul Heyman actually said hospital.
Uh-oh.
What if the forbidden words? Vince probably choked on his steak.
Him and Jimmy are in the shitter now.
Yep, they're in trouble. Yeah, but I don't care about Bailey and Bianca Belair anymore. The women's, especially on SmackDown, the women's division has just been booked into oblivion. The one good match on the night, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
Oh, those guys always put on.
Those guys, dude, man, those guys can tear it down.
Last man standing.
Those guys are so good. They're so freaking good, and they're in the mid card. I don't know. I don't get it, but yeah, this match was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was a clean win. So there you go.
And Owens got a W, which he should have. Because Sammy's been put over the last couple of times.
Yes, and I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that Sammy is finally getting some wins. And then we had the triumphant return of Zelina Vega, the woman who said that she wanted to create a union and everything, and then she took the tweets down when she got a new deal with WWE.
Yeah,
and she lost to Liv Morgan in 5 minutes.
She was there. Her husband was not being used. She's gone. He gets elevated a little bit. He leaves, fired. And now she's back.
Geez. You know that the one of the things that they made her do, they made her take the tweets down.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
No, that's like 100% one of the things. Like when she got her job with them, she deleted those tweets, and I'm like, wow, go get them. It's like, come on. And then she got into a big hissy pissy match with Dave Meltzer about some comments that he made. And it's like, you just basically went back on everything you said, and stones and glass houses and all that. Boogie said, I really don't know if KO makes his money and joins his best friends in AEW. I know he's a lifelong W guy, but his best friends are the Bucks. When is enough? Here's the thing, though. Even when KO wasn't in the title scene, because he was just wrestling Roman like 4 or 5 months ago. So they keep him in the upper mid card area, which isn't a terrible place, and he's making really good money. So I mean, it depends on what you want. I mean, I can see him kind of being kind of like a Daniel Bryan, where Daniel Bryan's like, he's like 30. I think Daniel Bryan's 39. And he's like, dude, I've got all this money. I made a ton of money. My finances are secure. I just want to go have those dream matches. And right now WWE is trying to convince him not to go anywhere and everything. That's what, and a lot of people say that that's what their talks with New Japan were all about. But, and here's the thing about Daniel Bryan. I mean, you talked about this. Even if Daniel Bryan does leave, and let's say he goes to AEW. He goes to AEW for a couple of years. He gets those matches out of his system. He goes to New Japan for a couple of years, and gets those matches out of the system. Dude, if like 3 or 4 years from now, if Daniel Bryan wanted to come back to the WWE to end his career there and then take a behind scenes role, they would snatch him up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I did that with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He is guaranteed.
Kurt Angle, Christian, they brought back and pushed him a little bit. I mean, it's
and I can see in KO is a lot younger than Daniel Bryan is. I think KO is like in his mid 30s, his early to mid 30s. You know, he might be one of those guys that could do the same thing. You know, he could leave and then come back. But I mean, like you said, the Bucks are his. Here's the thing: if he did go to AEW, he would be one of the highest paid guys there, because, like Boogie said, he's their friend. And as we've seen, they take care of their friends. That's why Michael Nakazawa has a freaking job.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's Kenny's friend. Brian Cutler. I mean, let's face it, Brian Cutler's not terrible in the ring. He's not great. All right. He's got a job. He's got a job for life, as long as that company's running. So I could see him and Sami Zayn both jumping ship, but I mean, like I said, man, it depends on what your priorities are.
Yep. Yeah.
But
and Selena Vega got automatically inserted into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. No qualifying matches.
Yep.
You're in.
Well, hey, dude, when you've only got 5 people on SmackDown, you notice they put her on SmackDown. So, well, actually, now they have 6. Yeah. Now they have 6 women on SmackDown. So it's like, okay.
And your next match, next match is Otis versus Dawkins.
Yep.
Yes.
Or Otis absolutely destroying Dawkins.
Oh yeah.
Which is okay. Look, what do you think about Evil Otis?
Better than Mandy Rose Otis.
Yes, I agree with that as well, 100%. Here's the thing: are they going to ruin him?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was going to say, nod your head, because
of course
it's jeez. Then he had the was it Jimmy Uso and Edge, and Jimmy got beat down, and this segment was good.
And then Jimmy went out and got drunk.
Yep. Oh my God, dude. That's so
like, I got beat down.
And here's the thing. Like the Roman
the head of the table's mad at me. I gotta go out and get drunk.
The Roman Uso storyline might be the best storyline in wrestling right now. I think the Hangman and the Elite story, once that gets fired back up again, will probably take over it. But right now it's the best storyline. But it's also the only thing going in WWE is the Roman Uso storyline. It is the storyline that's keeping the company alive. So yeah, Raw sucked. I mean, SmackDown was okay. Wasn't great, but it was okay. Raw was a friggin' dumpster fire. I'm just gonna run through it real quick. I don't even want to talk about it. It started off with Miz TV, if that tells you anything.
Right there. That's enough.
Yeah, and it was a repeat match of the last week again with Morrison versus Ricochet, which the match was okay until Miz doesn't need to be there right now. No. Nikki Ash, Alexa Bliss. Why are they tag team? Nobody knows. Naomi and Asuka versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Doudrop, and Eva Marie. This was absolute dog shit. This match was terrible. It was. I don't know how I turned into the friggin' Scarecrow from friggin' Wizard of Oz. This match was absolutely terrible. Whoa. My God, dude, it's so bad. It's again. Nikki's a superhero. Alexa's a demon, and nobody cares.
It was Roman Reigns eating dog food bad.
Yeah, it's such. And here's the thing: Vince loves it. Vince thinks that's such good shit. Vince is like, I love Doudrop. I love it. It's fantastic. That's good shit. God damn it. It's at the point now, anything that Vince endorses is terrible. Automatically. Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. So, yeah, that was awful. Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor was okay. Kind of an interesting storyline between the two of those guys. They'll probably screw it up. Jinder versus Drew was... look, Jinder Mahal looks like a beast. He's in the ring. If they really wanted to make this feud between him and Drew McIntyre, if they really wanted to make this feud between the two of them mean something, then have Jinder actually win. Make him a viable threat. Have him beat somebody. But no, this whole thing felt more like they were trying to get Veer and Shanky over, those two big dudes that are with him now. It seemed like it's more about getting those two guys over as being a legitimate, like, scary tag team than it was to build up Jinder Mahal, which may be they may just be feeding Jinder to friggin' Drew, which I could absolutely see that. But here's the thing. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It's boring.
Too bad Vince couldn't lay some payroll out to Impact for, hey, can we borrow Heath Slater for one night?
Yeah.
And put 3MB back together.
Lucha House Party versus Mason T. Bar. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's crap. Nobody cares. The tag team division in the WWE is an absolute shambles. And nobody cares. Riddle versus AJ Styles. This was actually a decent match. But once again, it was a distraction finish.
Yep.
And it was a distraction finish for the babyface, which makes the babyface look like a heel. Even though RK Bro is the best thing on Raw. 100%. Best thing on Raw. Drew McIntyre is trying to put this that brand on his back, but they're breaking that back. Oh my God. Malacia said, I never thought they'd take Handyman from In Living Color and Gender and race swap it and call it Nikki Cross. Oh my God, dude. That the superhero gimmick is so bad. It's not even like comedically fun like the Hurricane was. It's just stupid and sad. And here's the thing. I don't want to talk about Raw like this. I want Raw to be good. I want the WWE to be awesome because I love the talent that's there. But the writing is terrible, man. It's terrible.
I want my Indians to be awesome and be good, but they're pitching right now and their offense is terrible.
Yeah. Then we had
my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Then we had Elias and Cedric Alexander versus Jackson Riker and R-Truth. Nobody gives a shit.
Which wasn't really a tag match because R-Truth ran away.
Yep. He ran away. He went after the 24/7 title, which I didn't even know was still a thing. New Day versus Hurt Business. This was actually pretty good. This was pretty good. Okay. This is pretty good. It was solid. Obviously, they're setting it up for next week? It's Woods. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be Woods versus Bobby, and then they changed it to a tag match, right?
Yep.
Okay, so but then we're gonna get at the next big show, we're gonna get Bobby versus Kofi Kingston, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is how confusing this crap is went down. I mean, that was it. That was Raw.
Yeah.
Does anybody care?
No.
The Indians have a better chance. The Indians you got a better chance of a good episode of Raw.
Yeah, you got that.
So Impact. I actually watched Impact. I'm just going to go through it real quick. Kojima, Eddie Edwards versus Kojima. It turned into a tag match, kind of. It did turn into a tag match with Kojima and something beating Myers and Beal. It was okay. I mean, I like Satoshi Kojima because I'm a big New Japan guy. I like Eddie Edwards, but it was basically a throwaway match. Rachel Erling versus Tennille Dashwood, didn't really care. TJP and Fallable. I actually didn't watch this match, so I couldn't really tell you. But Petey Williams versus Chris Bay. It's a pretty good match. I mean, it's Petey Williams and Chris Bay, dude. So Steve Macklin was in action. Didn't really care. Main event: Sami Callihan, Moose, and Chris Sabin versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. This might be the worst match that Kenny Omega and Kenny Omega's had. That's to say, it's not terrible, but it wasn't great. It was pretty much exactly what you expect. But with that level of talent in there, man, it should have been awesome. It started off awesome with they all came out wearing each person was wearing one of Kenny's belts, which was friggin' hilarious. I think Callis had the AAA title. Kenny was wearing the which one was Kenny wearing? I think he was wearing the Impact title. No, he was wearing the AEW title, and then the Good Brothers were wearing the Impact title and the what is the other one? The TNA title, which isn't really a title. It's just basically part 2 of the freaking Impact World title. But that the open was pretty cool. But yeah, this was probably the weakest episode of Impact I've watched in a while. Granted, it's the first episode of Impact I've watched in like a month. But yeah, but that was this week's wrestling, guys.
Till I know what.
Yep.
But real quick, so for Road Rager, you see the matches that I know of for Road Ragers. We got Cody Rhodes, which is tomorrow, by the way, guys. We got Cody Rhodes versus QT Marshall, which I'm like, that feud is done. I mean, again, they had their big match. Why is this still a thing? Inner Circle, Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz versus the Pinnacle, Wardlow, and FTR. Conan is going to be in the Inner Circle's corner. Tully's going to be in the Pinnacle's corner. Dude, I love that that promo they did the week before last was awesome, dude. Learn Spanish so you can speak to your grandkids. That was fantastic. Andrade we're finally going to see Andrade in action against Matt Sydal, which that should be a good match. Jericho in a face-to-face standoff with MJF, which we all know how that's going to end. That's going to end a brawl. Chris Statlander and Orange Cassidy versus the Bunny and the Blade in a mixed tag team grudge match. It'll be an intergender match. But
and as far as as far as Gridneck and Bash, which is happening right now, you've got Karrion Kross versus Gargano, Adam Cole versus O'Reilly it's the main event. Could be the main event. The Way, LeRae and Hartwell versus Zoe and Io for the women's titles, and then MSK against Ciampa and Thatcher for the men's title, and LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes for the $1 million title. If Grimes loses, he's the next Virgil, and yeah, that's the card. So,
but anyway, anything else you want to talk about, man? Nothing else I can really think of.
But hope everybody had a safe and enjoyable 4th of July. You know, I've never had an issue with it, but you know, people leave fireworks to the professionals.
Yeah.
You know,
well, yeah. What's the one dude?
The Blue Jackets goalie, 24 years old, lost his life. on 4th
Shot in the
of
chest
July.
with a mortar, wasn't it?
Hit in the chest with a mortar from a firework that tipped over and launched right at him and other people that were in a hot tub watching the fireworks. So,
yeah, this weekend. Oh, yeah, Boogie, you're gonna like this, dude. Friday on New Japan Strong. This is the lineup: DKC versus Barrett Brown, Alex Kaufman versus Pitchback, Rocky Romero versus Josh Alexander, dude, the walking weapon. So if you're a fan of Josh Alexander from Impact, he's been going over in he's been working in New Japan Strong. I love the dude, man. So that's going to be fun. And then Summer Struggle in Sapporo for New Japan as well on the this Saturday and Sunday. You see the matchup is, what's the big matches? The IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, Sonata and Tetsu Naito taking on Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi, the Dangerous Deckers. That's the main event for Saturday. For Sunday, the main event is El Desperado versus Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be a really, really good match. Those are two of the best junior heavyweights in the world. So if you're a New Japan fan, go check that out. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I think we're done, man.
yep.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for being there. Everybody that stopped in, Johnny Cage, Maldacito, Boogie,
Courtney,
and
welcome back, Courtney.
I'm trying to see. I think we missed somebody else. But if we did, we're sorry. But thanks, guys, for being here. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one.